Hi, Nubia. Okay, yes, I was able to clearly watch your video. Just my first initial thoughts. One, people pleasing is an epidemic that nobody really talks about. So I love this. For one. For two, I'm big into astrology, so I do love this, and I would love to learn how to read my chart and all the things more effectively and efficiently, right? So definitely a market there. But what I would say is I see where you're going with the rebel as your title, but I would actually say a recovered people pleaser because that I believe will resonate with so many people. And then you diving in and telling your story before you mention the maps. And how I would transition into the map piece is literally just saying, well, let's see. You can say, I'm Nubia, I'm a recovering people pleaser. And today, maybe even before you do like your introduction, if you were to just start off by asking a question, how many of you know how to read maps or a map, right? Because they're borderline non-existent these days. Now, there's some of us that still know how to read one. And if people raise their hand and say, basically to answer your question, that they know how to read them, then I would follow up with the next question and be like, when was the last time you actually read a map, held a map, or saw a map? Anyone in the room in the last 3 years? And see how many people raise their hand. You might have onesie twosies, but you're not going to have a lot, right? And then you can go into the position of saying, I asked this because that's what I help people do. But not read traditional directional maps, but the map you were born with. Hi, I'm Nubia, and I'm a recovering people pleaser that helps people navigate blah, 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 blah. Like, that was my first thought listening to you, because I was like, this current introduction allows for time for you to lose your audience or get lost or start to think of other things like, well, what does this have to do with this? And once they start this inner dialogue, like, they may or may not pay attention. And so that's why I really want you to capture them in the very beginning. And so I may start with something like that. It's different, and they're going to be like, well, where is this going? And then you can go into introducing yourself and doing your MBM, right? I like where you're going. I think we just need to streamline it more, and then bring it home. So that's my feedback for now. I can't wait to see how you tweak it or how you put your own spin to it. But that's my initial feedback as far as like bringing them in and connecting the dots for them, especially for those individuals that may know about astrology but don't know about astrology. So yeah, let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you have any other questions.